There is a silent power that few people master, and yet it shapes the quality of their lives more than wealth, fame, or opportunity. That power is the ability to say one simple word without guilt, without fear, and without hesitation. That word is no. Most people live as prisoners of other people's demands. They say yes when they mean no. They accept obligations that drain them. They agree to things that do not align with their values. And slowly, without noticing, their time, their energy, and their peace of mind are stolen away. The Stoics understood this danger very well. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "If you seek tranquility, do less. Or rather, do what's essential." What he meant is that peace is not found in doing everything, but in protecting your time and energy for what truly matters. And the way you do that is by drawing boundaries. Imagine a man who spends his days running from one obligation to another, never stopping to ask, "Is this mine to do? Is this worth my life?" He may look busy, he may look responsible, but inside he is fractured, living a life that does not belong to him. That is the danger of never saying no. The Stoics teach us that the most precious resource we have is time. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." And the fastest way to waste life is to let other people dictate how you spend it. Every yes you give without thought is a piece of your life handed away. But here's the truth. When you say no to the unnecessary, you are really saying yes to clarity, to purpose, to freedom. Saying no is not rejection. It is redirection. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone invites you to a meeting that has nothing to do with your work. You feel guilty about declining, so you accept. You sit there for an hour, restless, knowing it adds nothing to your goals. That hour is gone forever. Now imagine you said no. Instead, you use that hour to read, to learn, to rest, or to create. Which life would you rather live? The problem is, many of us confuse politeness with servitude. We think saying no will make us rude, selfish, or disliked. But what the Stoics remind us is that our duty is not to please everyone, but to live according to reason and virtue. Virtue is not about compliance. It is about alignment, living true to what you know is right. Think of Epictetus. He was once a slave with almost no control over his external life. Yet he became a master of inner freedom by recognizing that he could always say no to what corrupted his character. He said, "No person is free who is not master of himself." And mastery begins with boundaries. Let's address the pain point. Why is it so hard to say no? Because we fear conflict, we fear being judged, we fear missing out. But what do we gain by saying yes to everything? Exhaustion, resentment, regret. That is the trade. You may avoid conflict in the moment, but you ignite a deeper war inside yourself. The Stoics were not afraid of discomfort. They embraced it. They believed that peace comes not from avoiding tension, but from facing it with courage. When you say no, you may feel the sting of someone's disappointment. But that sting lasts a moment. The pain of living a false life lasts forever. Here is a simple exercise. Next time someone asks you for something that feels misaligned, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, if I say yes to this, what am I saying no to in my own life? Because every yes is really a no to something else. Your rest, your health, your growth, your family, your purpose. When you see the hidden cost, the guilt begins to dissolve. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Every unnecessary yes is a slow death. Every clear no is a small act of living. Some may wonder, is it Stoic to say no when others need us? Shouldn't we help? The answer is balance. The Stoics valued justice and service, but they never preached martyrdom. Seneca put it perfectly. We should give as we would receive, cheerfully, quickly, and without hesitation. For there is no grace in a benefit that sticks to the fingers. This means help others when you truly can, but do not give from depletion. A gift given in resentment is no gift at all. The art of saying no is not about selfishness, it is about sustainability. When you protect your energy, you can give more deeply, more fully, more meaningfully. A candle that burns recklessly in every direction extinguishes itself. A candle that guards its flame lights the way for others. Let's bring this into the modern world. Think about social media. Every notification is a silent request for your attention. If you cannot say no, you become a slave to distraction. The Stoics would laugh at how easily we surrender our focus. They would remind us, your attention is your life. Protect it, or think about work. How many people climb corporate ladders they never wanted to be on, simply because they could not say no to expectations set by others? Years later, they look back and wonder, whose dream was I chasing? Stoicism offers an antidote. Align with your own reason. Say no to what is not yours. Here's another exercise. Write down your top 3 values. Then, when requests come, measure them against those values. If the request aligns, consider it. If it doesn't, decline it. Calmly, without guilt. This practice turns no from an emotional reaction into a rational decision. Let me share a subtle truth. When you say no, you will lose people. Some will be offended. Some will withdraw. That is natural. But here's the hidden gift. The people who remain are those who truly respect you. Boundaries do not destroy relationships. They reveal them. The Stoic way is not about pleasing the crowd. It is about walking the path of reason, even if you walk it alone. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "It is not worth losing your peace of mind to conform to the ignorance of others. Peace comes from integrity, not approval." So how do you say no in practice? The key is simplicity. You don't need long excuses. A clear, "No, I can't take this on right now," is enough. Or, "Thank you, but that doesn't fit my priorities." The shorter the explanation, the stronger the boundary. Over-explaining is a sign of doubt. A Stoic no is calm, brief, and final. And here's another paradox. The more often you practice saying no, the less resistance you'll face. People learn to respect those who respect themselves. They may not always like it, but they recognize the strength. And strength attracts trust. Now, let's plant a deeper seed. Saying no is not only about requests from others, it is also about saying no to yourself. No to destructive habits, no to unnecessary desires, no to impulses that weaken you. Epictetus said, "No man is free who cannot command himself." The ultimate boundary is self-mastery. Ask yourself, how much of my life is wasted because I could not say no to comfort, to distraction, to indulgence? The Stoics trained daily in restraint, not because they hated pleasure, but because they loved freedom. Freedom is the ability to choose, not the compulsion to obey every urge. This is where the art of saying no becomes transformative. It is not only social, it is spiritual. It is the carving away of everything false so that only the essential remains. Michelangelo once said that to create David, he simply removed everything that was not David. That is Stoicism, saying no until the truth of your life is revealed. So let me leave you with this. Every no you say to what does not matter is really a yes to what does. Yes to your growth. Yes to your peace. Yes to your freedom. Seneca wrote, "Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them." That applies not only to possessions, but to commitments, to distractions, to people, to patterns. Your life is short. Your energy is finite. Protect it fiercely. The art of saying no is not a weapon. It is a shield. And behind that shield, you are free to live a life that is fully yours. So ask yourself, starting today, what will I no longer say yes to? Because your life depends on your answer. If this message resonated with you, don't let it stop here. Share this video with someone who struggles to say no. Leave a comment with your own experience and subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson. Protect your time, guard your peace, live like a Stoic.